But I suppose it is what it is. Apparently my voice is a little bit, like it feels a little bit shot. Just kind of weird. No, I guess I have to, I don't know. I was talking with my friend and talking about like how much does it change like if you start an hour later? Like does it affect it that much, or the numbers still the same? And I guess you would almost have to like know ahead of time and be able to like let people know that you're gonna be later. I don't know. I don't like the idea of starting later. Like I wanted to spend a little bit longer with family and stuff today. I didn't want to head out like too early. Subconsciously it feels a little bit, yeah, it's like it's weird to start later. Not that I can really do much about it, because we weren't eating until later. I feel like I should Carthus Rouge if I'm doing Hollow. I guess it doesn't make sense too, because Barbed Straight Sword like had the natural bleed. I don't know, does anybody know if it makes more sense to use bleed with what we've got now, or if it still makes sense to use like elemental infusions and stuff? After a few streams, an 8:30 start would feel normal. Yeah, like the whole concept was bounced around because it was like it was more so like the thought of if you started later, and I think just in a generic sense, if you started an hour later, would your bottom line, like, so say if you start at 7:30, right, and it takes until 8:30 to get to, say, 25 viewers, right? Would it be better to start at 8:30? Like, if you started at 8:30, would the time it takes you to get to that same number be less? Or would it be more? Which is an interesting thought, but I feel like we've been so consistent at 7:30 that bumping it like that would probably have a negative effect, especially because I want to stream longer if I can, and not like necessarily going later. Like I would go later if I could, but I have work, and so like you start to run into that kind of balance issue. But yeah, I'm wondering if I want to know if it's better to be bleeding or doing elemental infusions. Prefer the current stream time slot? You mean the 7:30, like what we normally do, not tonight? I don't know. I would optimally, obviously, I would start earlier. Elemental and then Buckfish. Okay, there you go. Proper solution right there. The regular schedule. Yeah, I mean, like, I guess I could technically start earlier some days, but at the same time, I want to be consistent with it, and like I have it at that time, so I have basically 2 hours from, like, because I get home closer to 5:30, so that gives me 2 hours to get things situated. You know, eat dinner, wash the dishes, set up, whatever I need to. Yeah, let Steam update stuff. All that kind of stuff. So like I could start early, but I like to be consistent with it, so I wouldn't want to be like starting it closer to 7 a bunch and then, you know, then have to push it back. I'd rather just be consistently at a time if I can help it. So I mean, that's why we end up. Nice. Nice, 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 nice. This armor is actually relatively heavy. Alright, I'm gonna try bleed on Dancer here and see how it goes. Doctor, what's going on? Who is Oscar of Astora? You don't know who Oscar of Astora is? Are you kidding me? Are you actually joking me right now? Oscar is the guy that drops the cell key for you in DS1. Oscar's the guy right in the beginning of DS1 that he gives, right? And then Oscar gives you the Estus flask. Apparently you don't know. Yeah, he's from DS1. Never played DS1. You're missing out. You're missing out. Very good game. Alright. Bleed on this doesn't seem so good. I got 1 bleed. So I'm gonna note that it's probably not gonna be worth it for most bosses. But yeah, so Oscar's from DS1. Anri in DS3 is also from Astora, which is why they have the same armor set. They just have a different weapon. He uses Astora's straight sword instead. The Dark Souls 3 clone, Dark Souls 1 remaster. Won't play the remaster for a couple years? Religious service reasons? Okay. Yeah, DS1 and DS1 Remastered, I believe, are separate servers. Yeah, I don't believe they have any commonality. Reason Solaris from Astora yet uses unique armor is because he made it himself. Oh, interesting. I guess I never really... Yeah. For some reason I wasn't even thinking of the fact that it's Solar of Astora. But you're right. Sir Solar, right? Sir Solar of Astora? So he made the entire Sunlight set. So what's the reasoning for that? Like, why did he make it in... I'm assuming he made it as a tribute to the sun? So this is where it starts getting into stuff that, like, I don't even... Like, I don't know the lore that well, but I've heard things before. I haven't heard... I haven't heard that before, so that's news to me. Beast Blood played DS1 Remastered yesterday, reminded you. You forgot Moonlight Butterfly. Oh yeah, Moonlight Butterfly is just kind of out of the way. I don't know. You have to go down into that pathway next to where you use the crest. And it's not like it's a super memorable boss fight. It ends up being just more so tedious than anything, because if you don't use ranged, you have to just wait everything out until it lands. And if you don't do a ton of damage, then you have to cycle it a couple times, so... Yeah, it can be kind of annoying. Or just like, I don't know. Not super interesting to fight. I don't think the soundtrack was that bad for it, though. I still need to check. I didn't have time to check out the clips that were posted in Discord this weekend. I think one of them was V-Sweat. So I need to check that out at some point. Depending on how long this run takes, I might have some time before I go to bed. really emphasize in DS3 how Solaire's armor isn't unique or special in any way. Just shows how Solaire relied purely on skill instead of some birthright. Wait, so I'm confused. You're saying he made it himself, but it's not unique. What do you... Now I'm confused. Know of a program like DS4 that works with Xbox controllers? Xbox controllers should just work on PC. Oh, come on. I mean, not that Nari can hear me. How many times is this guy gonna jump? What's going on, Texas? Welcome back. How are the memes? So far nothing. But we're on Osiris, so just give it a moment. There it is. There it is. Give me the riposte! There it is. Try another method then? If somebody could ask Nari what the issue seems to be. Because, like, I'm using an Xbox controller. Plug and play. So I don't know what issues he's having. Nameless, for example, relies on his birthright for his strength. Okay, I get it. I get it. I get it. I just want the Titanite scales, please. Hey, Assway. No thanks. No freaking thank you. Also, everything is updated properly with the, like the title and everything updated fine, right? I just want to make sure. So I didn't take the extra time to look that over, so I hope it's all squared away. Livy! What is going on? Welcome back. How was your day? Okay. Okay, good. Just wanted to check. Cause I was kinda in a rush, like I got home, threw my stuff in my room, didn't really unpack it, and started setting up stuff for the stream. PS3 controller is garbage, gonna run and pick up a new one, return soon. Alright, Texas, best of luck. Do they still sell? They still sell PS3 controllers in store? Early. Shoot. Alright. Maybe the issue is are we mid-shield parrying? Yeah, what's going on, Fang? Yeah, I think we're mid-shield. Ah, gosh darn it. 6 on the PS3 controllers are garbage. Yeah, I have my PS3 controller, but it's not like amazing or anything. It's not exactly amazing. Re-download the driver. Yeah, the controller drivers might be the issue because it's native on Windows, so I don't see why you should be missing it. Sig was in bed already, kid, reading books. Damn, man. Sorry to hear that. Hopefully you're feeling a little bit better. Okay. So I don't know, man. It's probably just my parry timing was off. I don't think it was a mid-shield issue, so we should be fine then to parry Pontiff. Don't foresee any real issues coming to that. Scooped up PS3 Demon Souls and Dante's Inferno, but the controller is garbage. Is it just like busted, or is it just you don't like the way the PS3 controller is? I don't know. I bought my PS3 controller, like my PS3 used, and like it's like fine, but it's not great. But I just think it's just the way the PS3 controller is. I prefer Xbox controllers in general, let alone like the PS3 versus PS4 controller. The stick input using PS3 with Dolphin emulator was a little off when you tried fiddling around with the controller settings in Dead Zone. And it's probably just the nature of the controller, in all reality. Right stick is to dodge and get stuck and you roll infinitely. Oh god, yeah, that's not good. That's super annoying. The 360 controller was the best. I honestly prefer the Xbox One controller over the 360. Like, I have an Xbox 360 controller right next to me. I really just prefer the feel of the Xbox One. I don't know, it just feels a little bit nicer to me. I'll use your PS3 for is Crunchyroll and Netflix. There you go. There you go. I'm getting the entertainment system value out of it. Shopco? I've never heard of that. That's not an online thing, is it? I've never heard of Shopco before. Alright, we'll go back right away. We'll go back right away and do YOL leveling. Watching One Piece, all right. See, that's actually an anime that I've heard of before. So enjoy. Just like the Xbox controllers, way too biased to PlayStation. I don't know. I like the positioning of the joysticks on Xbox. I think that's the big thing for me. Afro Samurai, have I heard of it? Maybe. I mean, to be fair, like, I have not heard of a ton of different animes, but that's one of them. Alright, we're gonna do...
Then shall we begin?
Since we've got the Hollow Infusion, I'm gonna level up here. Slav, welcome back. A little bit chubbier. Yeah, our character has always been a little bit on the beefier side, so literally everything just looks janky. Have I watched it? No. No, I have not watched any animes. Unless you count stuff that I watched like on Cartoon Network as a kid. Yeah, or I was just under the impression that they were cartoons. But no, I haven't really watched anything for animes. It's just never been my style of stuff. Disinterested or no free time? Just, I don't know, animes have never really interested me, and I don't really have free time for watching anything. I've got a couple TV shows and movies and by a couple I mean a lot of movies and TV shows that I need to catch up on that I just haven't. Should play Persona 5. I've seen a little bit of Persona 5. I just don't know how much I would enjoy it. Like okay, I would probably enjoy it, but I'm just wondering, like, stream wise, like how that would go. Shitty store. Shitty store, but hey, they got PS3 controllers. Or at least they did. Very select few that you enjoy, the rest not so much. Yeah, like I'm sure there would be some that I wouldn't mind. But, I don't know. There's a bunch of regular TV shows that would interest me way before an anime would. Boom. See, I'm collecting these sharp gems, but we're honestly at the point where I think refined and hollow infusions are gonna be the best. You're the best. Hurrah! It is really interesting to me still though that hollow infusion is better for this than refined. Like refined just doesn't up the. Oh, he's just gonna parry me at some point. Yep. Nice. The parry heal. Hello. Oh, look at me! I have hyper armor. Alright, well. Just bait him into healing, apparently, is the solution. Pepe hands. That feeling when nothing can ever keep you down and it makes you sad. Hodrick is the true parry guy. Hodrick is just like, he's one of those guys that just spams parry in the middle of an R1. Like, he's like, R1 spammer. I'm just gonna hit parry a few times and hope I get lucky. Hodrick run when? I mean, eventually we'll do a Hodrick run. Eventually we'll do a Hodrick run. But yeah, I don't know. So like, I have a lot of games to play. And we just end up playing Dark Souls anyway, because I enjoy Dark Souls. That's what I prefer to play. But yeah, we've got some variety stuff. I have to be wary when playing variety things as to like what things are gonna do better than others, and I don't know. Because like Persona 5 is more of a story-driven game, isn't it? And like story-driven games are oftentimes pretty hard to stream. At least in my experience. Free to cosplay. All these things are like an eventually type of deal. Alright, let's hit the legs. Ow. Magic Brony, welcome back. We are talking Persona 5. It got brought up. Samurai, what's going on? Sure. I've never played this game before. This is a first playthrough, so give me the lore. We're 133 hours in, so we're hopefully gonna beat Tree Balls this time. Damn, I rolled, you piece of shit. Turco, what's going on? This isn't Anri. We're using Astora straight sword, okay? But yes, they dress the same because they're from Astora. What? Get out of here. Was your first Persona game and your first Vita game? Yeah, see, I've never played any of the Persona games, but like I didn't know of Persona until Persona 5 was like getting close to coming out because people were talking about it, and then the whole like, wasn't there some like NDA where you weren't supposed to play past, like you weren't supposed to stream past a certain point in the game? I don't know if that's still a thing or not. World Star, what's going on? It should be like 425. Yeah, 425. Lame wallet chain. What's going on, man? Sneaking in here with the 3-year resub. Yeah, that's right. 3 years. Thank you very much, man. I hope you're doing well. Happy Memorial Day to yourself. Hope you continue to enjoy your face. Avoid spoilers. Atlas didn't want people to stream past a certain in-game date. Is that still the case, though? Got gifted a Squilla sub a week ago for absolutely no reason. Well, I mean, that's normally how gift subs go. That's pretty much how gift subs go. There's not often a reason for it. Someone just wanted to test the sub alert. Yeah, like it's... Sometimes people are just feeling generous and they pick somebody without a sub badge. See people streaming all the time these days. Is it still going, huh? Yeah, it's kind of interesting to see like which games really die off after they have been out for a little bit, and which ones like still get some streaming traction. Prince Lothric is the one who needs to link the fire because it's about to fade away. Well, aren't there 4 lords who said that they weren't gonna? Like, they're all refusing to link it. Right? And only Ludlith is sticking around to link it, which is why you have to kill the other 4 to place their souls on the altars. Persona's only PS4, right? Fairly certain it's a PlayStation exclusive. PS4, PS3, okay. But I was thinking Persona 5, but yeah, the series is PlayStation exclusive. Mousler, Cheese's mod, yeah, okay, yeah, I know Mouse. I met her at TwitchCon. Unless something changed, she should still be. She still should be a staff member. Streaming for Persona 5. Why have I not? I feel like I haven't seen her playing that, but maybe I missed it. I think the only person I know that I've seen playing it in recent history is Cal Cronin. I remember Crabcan streamed it a while back, I think. Trying to remember if there was anybody else I know that was playing Persona 5. I know there were a few people that were really hyped about it, but I don't know if everybody streamed it. Know who I'm playing as? I'm playing as Oscar of Astora from DS1. Least favorite DS3 bosses: Half-Light, Sage. Deacons. Maybe Gravetender. About to find a copy of myself. Yeah, but they have a different sword, Turco. They have a different sword. Pontiff's one of your least favorites? I think Pontiff's really good. I'm just really bad at Pontiff. So, if you're saying worst is in which fights are you worst at, then yes, Pontiff is up there. We got Awakened 2. What you mean? I'm confused. Are you saying they're all woke? Get out of here. Get out of here. Not meant to agree. You're here to be. Yeah. Let's do this, I guess. I don't even know. Let's do the double parry here. Or not. I don't know how people do this. I don't know how people do, like, the one cycling thing. You have to get behind, and I'm so bad at getting behind Sage. Deacon, Sage, and Osiris. Osiris, like, outside the insta-charge isn't bad, but yeah, the insta-charge is quite annoying. You know what? I almost feel like if I was bleeding Sage, that would have gotten it. The candle thing ring? Oh, hello. Are you talking about the... Wait, what ring are you talking about? The candle thing ring? Because this Knight Hunter, Priest, and Scholar, if that's what you're referring to. Which one? The candle thing ring? The heck are you referring to? No idea what you're talking about. Scholar ring, okay. Am I on Xbox? No, I'm on PC, but I'm using an Xbox controller. Hence the input menus. I have the game on Xbox, but I always play it on PC. Scaler's ring. I have pretty good scaling with my stuff. How do you know? I don't know. Intensive research on the Fextra page. And we're getting an entire lesson on the lore. I wonder if we can get through the lore in the time it takes me to beat the game. You have a wallet in your pocket stuck in my... You're welcome. Come on, you gotta admit, that was such a good video. Oh, man. It worked way too well. There's a bucket in my pocket. 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 I laughed so hard when I saw that video. Yeah, let's go on an Endurance Ties. Welcome back. See how you get one shot? Well, I'd have to, like, I could put on a different weapon, like a heavy weapon with a lot of buffs and stuff, then maybe maybe, but I'm not gonna like one-shot you with the straight sword. What's going on, Colt? 5 days, man. How you feeling? Are you nervous? You excited? A little bit of both? It says nowhere on the Hunter's Ring description that there were only 3 black hands. Black Hand Gothard and Black Hand Kamui? See, I don't even know the names of these people. What does the Hunter's Ring say? Rulers of Lothric have relied especially upon the Black Hand Hunters to punish the enemies in the way that the king's 3 pillars cannot. Well, is the 3 pillars, are those referring to individual people? Fextra's a great little place. I hate how whenever I look up something for DS3, I always just click on the first link and it's always Fextra. I'm like, crap, I don't want to be here. Don't want to be here. I'm like, I need to go to like the Wikidot or something that's not Fextra. Still waiting on your invite. Purple's gonna make some last second arrangements to come down. Three pillars are the normal ones, but the Black Hand is a special group. Yeah, but the ring itself doesn't say that there are 3 black hands. It says that there are 3 pillars. So, a little bit of incorrect wording on your part. Local family and friends only. I'm a friend. I'm a friend. Oh, also me. So I don't even make the friend group. I see how it is, Colt. I see how it is. Okay, so before I forget, what did you say I should call you so that your friends don't think I'm some weird random person? What do your friends call you? I'm not local? I'm local enough. I'm local enough. I'm fairly local. I've been around. Coltrane. Alright, I just didn't know if to call you shorthanded or not. I didn't know if it was Colt or Coltrane. I just wanted to make sure. I was going to call you Coltrane, but if I call you Colt, then they might think you're weird. God. Just trying to make sure. "5 days summer break begins for you." Happy day for both of us. So summer break as in like school? Or what? The only one who call you Colt? Don't mind, but it's funny. Well, it's the only similar part between your actual name and Coltergeist, so I can call you Coltertrain if you would like. I can just call you Coltrane in general, whatever. I mean, it's so difficult. God. God. School, nice, nice. Yeah, it's always nice when you get the break from school, for sure. Call you Coltertrain. You're like, what the heck? Coltertrain 3. Good call, not. Don't want to forget the number. Gotta make sure I get that in there. Coltertraingeist. Yeah, you spell it like an actual train. Backstory for me. Well, funny enough, she goes by Catherine, so that'd be the first step. People hear the... Well, actually, I guess people in real life have tried to call her Cat, but she prefers Catherine. Stamina! Ah, I'm out of it. Ah, the stamina. I'll just shorten her name? Yeah. I mean, she responds to it, but... Wolfie, welcome back.
Your stream hates me, folks. Either your stream stops working or the chat disconnects.
Damn, I'm sorry to hear that, Doctor. Thank you for the bits. However, I am in the face of a wolf. No. Ah, doggo is freaking out. Okay, let's just act like that didn't happen. Boop its nose and call it a good boy? I guess I gave it a little bit of a boop at the end there. Although he wasn't a very good boy, that was weird. You have a friend you call Cat, short for Catherine? It's also spelled different, so... Not that you can really tell that when you're speaking, but you know, you understand. Driving test on the 30th? You only have one chance before your permit expires? Bad social anxiety. You postponed your road test for almost 2 years. Damn. That's so long. You have backstory, so we're on the same page. Okay, so I tried to tell... So I was my mom's like, oh, so when's the next time you're gonna see Catherine? I'm like, oh, next weekend. She's like, oh, do you have plans? I'm like, yeah. She's like, what plans? I'm like, oh, we're going to a friend's wedding in Virginia. She's like, friend? Who? I'm like, Coltrane. She's like, who? I'm like, from school. And she's like, why are you lying to me? She's like, is it from Twitch? I'm like, yeah. She's like, why would you lie to me? I'm like, I don't know, because you probably think it's weird. She's like, how long have you known? Like 6+ months. She's like, okay. I guess she's just gotten used to the fact that I meet up with people from Twitch now. Cause like I went out, so I went out Saturday night when I got in, and went out to grab half price apps and just hang out with Shoal. So it was already in her mind like about Twitch people. So I guess at this point she doesn't care because she knows I've hung out with Lucar and Lamore. I've gone up to Canada with Lucar to hang out with Cheese and Squilla. The only thing she doesn't know about is TwitchCon. That one I'm not gonna tell her because I had to go out to California by myself for that one. But yeah, so now she knows about Colt's wedding coming up. Yeah, I hung out with Shoal, so I think at this point she's like, okay, so you're meeting up with Twitch people. Doesn't know 95% of the times you met someone from the internet. Well, at least I think it's becoming normal. Classified, what's going on? I'm alive. Yes, I am. Yeah, normally we don't have streams on the weekends. I'm lucky if I'm around to do weekend streams, but Sunday, okay, so Sunday through Thursday is normal. This weekend got shifted. Stream Friday, didn't stream Sunday because I was visiting family for a 3-day weekend, so. The mean streets of California. In the list who isn't a streamer? Well, I've also met Mismanaged Molotov, who's not a streamer. Bro, all over you and you'll never be the same. I was in Long Beach. Dude, LAX traffic, though, was shit. Because I got in, like, 4 o'clock. I sat in... Like, I took a van to the hotel, but still... It's like 5 lanes of just stop and start traffic. I'm like, this sucks. Never met someone you got to know through the internet? Oh, I mean, the only reason I have is because of Twitch. I don't think I've really met anybody else over the internet. Uh-oh. That's a good hit, yep. Faster to drive 40 miles around than to go through any part of LA. It was so bad. I'm like, I'm not even driving, but my god. It's a big no thank you. Look at me, PvP roll catcher right here. Okay, I missed a couple of my roll catches there. My timing was a little bit too slow. Sorry for letting you all down. Killed by sharks in a Resident Evil game? That's a first. There are sharks in Resident Evil? The hell? That I didn't see that coming. So is that like Jaws, basically, at that point? Be anyone you want to. Kate and I will play along. Only 1 or 2 people will know you're full of shit. So there are people that you've told that know that it's like, this is a streamer guy from the internet. And his girlfriend. Resident Evil 1, okay. I've never played Resident Evil. It's never... Scary games have never been my thing. Too spoopy. Only like 2? Well, I don't really care. I don't need to put up a facade. They'll honestly forget. I mean, I honestly just don't. I don't have any preference. They're your people. I leave and they're gonna forget who I am. Unless we're advertising my channel to everybody, then free viewership, maybe. Actually met Miyazaki because you hit him up in the PMs. Like, yo, make your second chairman. Oh, that hurts. That hurts. Too much to explain. Explain Twitch. It's YouTube but live. QR code. Oh man. Yeah, if we do a storefront, I'll just put the face on one side and a QR code on the other. Easy. Featuring me? No, that sounds like I'm the DJ or something. Wear my Twitch hoodie? I'll just use that instead of a suit jacket. Problem solved. I'm not wearing a suit jacket, by the way, because it doesn't match my khaki pants. That was a dog that followed me all the way down to the floor there. Just like to point that out, because I just recognized it. Okay. Like, I know they can chase, but wasn't expecting that. Release Despacito 2 when Big Oof. Come up, boy. Would that be Despacito? I will stop talking now. Yeah, we've been live for an hour. So we started an hour later. And hours ago. Yeah, so we started an hour later than normal. Because I had to drive home from my parents, which was 3.5 hours away, so. Normally it's a 7:30 start, but it's 8:30 just because of that. You bitch! Okay, I take that back. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Delta, what's going on, man? Welcome back. I have no idea why I said it like that. Just ignore me. Well, I could have eaten so much more, but I feel like I would have felt disgusting driving home. Picnic food is so good, though. We had burgers and hot dogs and a bunch of snacks and stuff. God, I love family picnics. Which the next time I go home will also be for a family picnic, so, like, Bless up. Going home for 4th of July. Can I get the backstabs? Please, Frida. Got leftovers. I didn't end up taking any home. Because I was more so in a rush to leave, but I might take some next time. We'll see. Mac and cheese. We didn't have mac and cheese. We normally don't at picnics. We normally have mac and cheese at, like, Easter. I don't think we have mac and cheese at Christmas. I think it's just Easter. When you're older and 80% less successful? Hey, man. There's a lot of ways to judge success. You're a successful speedrunner. Sometimes. That's gonna hurt. Oh, we actually dodged it. That's surprising. Do you have a receding hairline? There you go. Damn you, purple. Mac and cheese every day. Dude, I have mac and cheese like at least once a week, if not twice. Mac and cheese is just, it's just too OP. This is gonna hurt. Yep, there it is. Eventually Stalin came up? Why did Stalin come up? Despacito 17? Okay, why are there so many Despacitos? Genuinely concerned at this point. Oh, nice, we got the kick. Introduce you to Annie's and it's hipster bullshit. Be kind of fuck with it. Yo, I eat Annie's. That's the mac and cheese that I buy. It's so good. The white cheddar and the regular cheddar Annie's are too good. The other kind, like the whatever the basic blue box is like meh. But the cheddar, that's where the good stuff's at. Skylord, welcome back. Frosted, welcome back. Oh hey. Oh hey. 17 too many decimals. How has he gone too far? How many Despacitos is too much? I hate when fascist leaders randomly appear. I'm like imagining like a Pokemon encounter. Who's that Pokemon? It's Stalin. Like random encounter. But you cover your bangs cover it? See, my bangs do not cover it. My bangs do not cover my receding hairline because it just recedes that far. Excuse me? Bitch? What? Hit me? Yeah, there it is. And then, okay. Just like, let's cancel and not do the normal attack. Let's just go right into it. Yeah. Facebook 2 will have Battle Royale. Yo, what about remember the Zynga games, right? Like they made Mafia Wars and Farmville and all that stuff. Zynga needs to come back with a Battle Royale. Get back in the Facebook gaming market and dominate. TBH. Dude, I played Mafia Wars all the time. Like, way too much. Bejeweled Battle Royale. See, now I'm starting to wonder, like, how some of these would even work. Oh, that's gonna hurt. I hit roll, you piece of crap! I held my tongue. That hurt. Okay. Ah, yes, Mikhail introduced me to Pog Slime, and it's amazing. Played Cityville? I don't remember Cityville. fought Frida, you would focus on her in phase 2, making it needlessly difficult. Yeah, I would highly recommend going for Ariandel. Because he's an easier target to hit, he's more passive, and I think he takes more damage too. Boop. Hotel game on Facebook, kind of like Tiny Tower on mobile, closed down years back. I'm trying to remember all the Facebook games I played. Because I played Mafia Wars, but I also played like another Mafia game, like Mob Wars or something like that. It's like a similar concept. Played Farmville for like a very brief amount of time, but I feel like most people did. I've had Facebook since like 2008. So like if you had a Facebook back then, like odds are you played at some point. Build a tower and make a city out of it. I don't think I ever played that. I don't remember seeing it either. I also remember playing, before Words with Friends became a thing, I played a lot of the Scrabble. Like the Facebook Scrabble. Played that one a decent bit. Backyard Monsters, which was like Clash of Clans. Okay. No, I don't remember that one either. Huh. I do remember Bejeweled on Facebook. I do remember that. Mafia Wars and Potfire. Nice. Nice. I do not know that one at all. But yeah, no, I played Mafia Wars like an unhealthy amount. Because I think I was like level 700 and something. If that was even possible. Like, all the time. Freaking all the time. It's just too good at it. Because I would sit on my laptop for hours and like browse Facebook, play those games, go do other stuff, then come back to Facebook. Because like, you know, eventually like, the timer would finish for whatever the thing was, and then I would go back to it, like, just play it on repeat. Enter my Discord and post many memes. All right, Turco, sounds like a plan. I'm always down for memes and pretty much anything. Pretty much anything. Yeah, what's going on, Sai? How are you freaking doing, man? Welcome back. I didn't get a chance to pop in. I almost had the time to pop in towards the end of your 24-hour. How did the rest of that go? Group of friends made a clan thing in that game. At some point, one of them got angry as someone else left the group and invaded. The betrayal. Ow. We doing good. We doing good. How about you? God, oh man. Those are the freaking days. And okay, so at my best friend's house, they had 2 desktops. Where could I just fallen, you piece of crap? Why am I kicking? Just swing the damn sword, idiot. So at my best friend's house, they had 2 desktops, and one was like pretty crappy, but they both functioned enough. And I remember I would stay over at his house, and sometimes we would just both sit on the 2 computers. They faced opposite walls, like in this separate computer room. And we would sit and just both be on Facebook, and we'd both be playing like Mafia Wars, or we'd be playing Scrabble back and forth against each other. It was like, it's like funny but kind of lame at the same time. It was pretty funny. Oh, Doodle Jump, yo! I remember stuff like that. Doodle Jump was the iPhone, like I wasn't just iPhone, but that was a mobile game, right? I remember playing like you like draw the course in your motorcycle, like you drive your motorcycle across it, stuff like that. I remember playing those games a bunch too. Once in a while, how good the runs. I did not get the remaster. I'm not 100% like ruling. Oh, okay, good. I'm not ruling out getting it. I might get it at some point, but for the time being, I've just been cosplaying characters from the game instead. So who did we do? We've done Solaire and now Oscar. I might get it eventually, but for the time being, don't see too much of a point. Are you planning on getting the remaster, actually? Hack Doodle Jump on his non-touch phone? The tilting actually worked? Interesting. Oh, I remember freshman year of high school Temple Run being a big thing. Remember that? That was like one of the mobile games I remember playing. I've also played Candy Crush for years at this point. No shame. My mom was telling me about how, so she doesn't have a Facebook and her data got deleted for Candy Crush, so she was very disappointed and she's like, I'm never going back, which prompted me to play it, and it's the first time I've played it since like last year. And I proceeded to like absolutely dominate the game. Like I had a bunch of like beating levels on the first try, which they apparently now keep track of. And so I must have easily beaten like 20 plus levels first attempt, and I was just like, well, this was easy. Yo, I played a lot of Angry Birds in study hall in high school. Cause I would be done on my homework and I'd just be like, screw it, I'm gonna chill and play Angry Birds. So I had I had Angry Birds, and then I had Angry Birds Seasons, then I remember at some point I got Angry Birds Star Wars, which is kind of ironic because I had never watched Star Wars at that point. What Blight Town above 10 frames is like? Yeah, people are saying it's weird. They're like, I don't know how to like handle myself when I go through here, because it's just like it runs smoothly. I'm like, yeah, that is kind of weird. But I guess I didn't really have problems with it playing it on PC. I don't remember how it was on Xbox because it was so long ago. Cable Black, how you doing? iPads at your school, so they play the shit out of it? That one-acted musical rehearsal? Aw, damn. Yeah, we had we had those laptop carts, and we had one iPad cart, but I forget what class it was for, or if it was for like special ed or something like that. So I didn't ever use those iPads in high school, but I had an iPod Touch. So during like study halls and stuff I could avoiding fireballs. Get out of here. Get out of here. Quit trying to pull that crap. PB to 19 hits, nice. Nice. From what was your PB prior to that? I guess it's time to go to the bitch watchers. I'm very jealous of them, but joke's on them. I was distracted. You distracted yourself with your fiance's butt. There you go. Now the question is, does Katie know that? 58, nice, nice. When I had like similar improvements. So I went 75 to 36 to 19. And then I went 11, 10, 4, 1, 0. Now given there was a gap of a year after the 4-hit PB. But yeah, those early PBs like chopped down very much. Like easily you're cutting it down by half or more. 19 is where it starts to be like, you can still cut it in half, but it's starting to get into that point where it's tough. But glad to hear things are improving with that. Mom played Candy Crush, and when she ran out of lives, put up the phone's timer one day, and she was amazing. Yeah, so she like would be like, it's gonna be this long until I have lives, and then just set an alarm for it. Of course she does. She was so busy pretending not to be interested in you. Any particular reason why she didn't want to seem interested in you? No hit runs are easy. All I gotta do is spam R1? Nah, man. All I gotta do is spam L1. It's the new meta. That's not what I wanted. Improve faster than you think, but it gets harder to say. Yeah, that's... Like, you're getting huge amounts of improvement but you have to refine, like, it's exponential in difficulty to get down to those low hits. But like there's a certain point where you start to get super consistent at like low, but it's so hard to like sub 5 is where it really is freaking hard. I know I said really a bunch, but honestly that's just where the biggest pain is to improve. You were too intense and it made her scared because the previous experience was similarly intense, boy. Oh, man. That's pretty funny. Alright, so I'm kind of nervous now. I'm kind of nervous to meet you. I'm scared you're gonna be too intense. Hide your Christmas presents? Joke's on you, I'm Muslim. Okay, I know religious, like, there are people that are not religious, like, not Christian faith that celebrate Christmas. So it's not, technically it's not it's not impossible. You were 14 and very into girls, especially that one. Well, I'm glad your intenseness worked out for you. Very, very happy. Told you've toned down. I'm like nervous. Like I'd be scared now to like know how you were like back when you were that old. Cause that would be like what, freshman year of high school? Maybe sophomore year? Gained a green ring around the edges. Became easier to look into. What were they before? Just black? Just like when a cat goes wide-eyed when it's ready to attack? Is that what you looked like? Is that why you were intense? Gluteus, welcome back. Inhale, welcome back as well. You say frick on my Christian Roblox server? I think I frickin' did. God, I used to say freaking so much back in like, I want to say 6th grade. Gluteus, thank you for using your Twitch Prime over here. Very much appreciate it. Hope you enjoy your face. Coming, just straight in. Hey-o! Dropping the sub. I appreciate it. Dark brown, and then they lighten. Now there's a ring. I got blue eyes that sometimes are gray. I actually think it's like, if I'm in more of like a concerned or serious.
But with it thou mayst blow thine enemies to tiny bits in thy mercy.
Classified, thank you for the follow. Very much appreciated. Appreciate it. I can speak, okay? I can speak. You're good. Just roundhouse kick? No, don't roundhouse kick me. That's rude. My face would not very much appreciate it, though Chuck Norris may be proud. But yeah, no, I've got, like, I have blue eyes, like, lighter blue eyes, but my eyes, if I'm, like, concerned or, like if I have, like, a very concerned feeling, like, my eyes change to be, like, a grayish color. I think it's normally if I'm, like, concerned or upset or worried, that type of thing. Damn near forever to use it here. Well, I appreciate that. Really do. Hope you enjoy the face, at least for this month. You were a little perv, honestly? Yeah, for sure. Oh, man. I like, want to hear stories, but at the same time, I don't know. Yo, what's going on, Wider? How are you doing, man? Sub ran out, damn, I wish there was just somebody here that could gift me a sub, please. How inconvenient that my gift sub ran out. I'm gonna be sad now if somebody doesn't gift me again. Yeah, what's going on, Mikhail? Ready to tell stories? It was a dark time. Well, I don't know who you sat Catherine and I with at the wedding, but I'm sure I'll hear some stories this weekend. Or at least I hope I hear some stories. All right, not sleeping. Day with the family is good. Day with the family was definitely very good. The weekend just was a lot of fun. I mean, it's nice to see like extended family and stuff. Spend time with my direct family. Get some things done. Got to hang out with Shull, which is pretty sweet. Implying you haven't made a seating chart yet? Are you kidding me? What kind of preparedness is this for your wedding? Come on, this is stuff that you like planned out a long time ago. Yeah, he didn't make that face though. He didn't make that face though. Although he showed me his new tier 3 emote, which is a hypers version of that. It's on the list for this week. Is that like a normal thing that's like waited on? Ah, haha. Okay. Anal socks. Okay, I'm not sure how that works. Avocado, would you care to elaborate? Okay, don't want to die to the Abyss Watchers, because I'm not a complete scrub. I said complete, okay? There's some leeway in that statement. Condom. Yeah, but like if you actually used a sock, I don't think that would go so well. And like I don't see how a lubricated sock would work. So it's still just a sock. 100% cotton? See, I feel like you'd have to go like polyester or something. A little more flexible. Which sword is this? This is the Astora straight sword. This is the Astora straight sword. That and writing your vows? Getting nervous about that last one? Yeah, I think Catherine and I had discussed, for the sake of ourselves, that we're just gonna use the generic vows when we're at that point, so makes it makes it much easier. I can't remember. I want to say my friend did. I think they did write their own vows. Yeah, no. Because I'm like a short and concise kind of guy. Like, I wouldn't write a lot. I would be nervous about... Like, okay, so at my best friend's wedding, so I was the best man. And the maid of honor... The maid of honor gave her speech first. Kid you not, hers was like front and back of one paper. I was like, oh dear God. That's a lot. I didn't write near that much. Hold on, I think I might have my... Is it in here? I might have my best man speech still. So, hers was front and back. I went next. This is how much I wrote. I am a very to-the-point individual. I don't write a lot. That was like my big thing in like writing papers for school, was that I always just wrote so much less than everybody else. I was like, you asked for 3 points, I'm gonna give you those 3 points and that's it. None of that fluff shit. We're just getting to it. So here you go. So I went with the short speech with, like, I hit the humor parts though, so that was good. Got a laughing, got a lot of laughing. Freeze frame, zoom in, enhance. I mean, you can read it if you really wanted to. With this hand, I will lift your sorrows. Your cup will never be empty, for I will be your wine. With this candle, I will light your way into darkness. With this ring, I ask you to be mine. Just steal from Corpse Bride. I was gonna say, what is that from? Simply for the fact that I can tell you copy-pasted it because there's no space in between the sentences. So you copy-pasted it. It was 3-4 separate lines. And the new line character got replaced with no space. That's typically how I can tell if somebody copy-pasted like lyrics from the internet instead of just writing them themselves. It's pretty easy to tell. Or at least because people don't go back and and fix it. Hoping I said my credit card number and CVC out loud during that speech. Oh, here, funny story. So we went on a cruise right after that, and my credit card number got stolen, so I got a new credit card since then. So even if it did, joke's on you, that's the old one. Somebody already stole it. Ha! Because I got back to the mainland and I got an email that said, your credit card has been compromised. Like, it was like, somebody bought gas at like 2 different places in Florida. And I was like, well, joke's on you. I was on a cruise ship. It's like I was just in Florida. However, ain't nobody got time to write that. Who would waste their time doing something like that? That's gonna hit, no? Can this dude just like put his hand down? Thank you. What are they gonna do? Repo the app? No, they literally like did like 2 1-cent charges. I don't know what you can get for 1 cent, I guess, but like they did like 2 dummy charges, and they're like, flag. It's like, yeah, no, I didn't buy gas, so when I got off the cruise ship, I called my credit card company. I was like, hey, I need a new credit card. No, so they do like dummy purchases and stuff to make it look legit. Same size as the actual sword? That'd actually just be ridiculous. Oh, man. How big would that actually be, like, in reference to, like, a room? Yours machete actual size? It would be awesome if some of those things were just absurdly sized in proportion to your character model. It's like, come on, I leveled strength. I can wield it. I got this. Hey, what's going on, Sergeant? Welcome back. The skeleton's just like chilling. He's like, yeah, what up, dude? Got him. Get wrecked, skeleton. Edit the size of shit in game so you can do stupid shit like that. Oh man, it'd be so good. It would clip through everything though. Like here, obviously it'd be fine, but there's a lot of enclosed spaces that, like, the weapon would just not fit physically. I'm doing well. I'm doing well. How about yourself? I'm surprised I'm not more tired, because I feel like normally when I drive back for my parents, like, it's a struggle. But like I'm pretty good. Pretty good at the moment, which is nice. And I think we're cruising through relatively fine. I mean, we're an hour and a half in. I guess obviously it could be, we could be further, but it's not too bad. Oh, whoops. Having a good old time? Are you doing like invasions or first playthrough, or just enjoying playing through the game again with the stabler frame rate and nice graphics and all that? Ow. Ton of PvP going for all achievements, nice. A lot of farming. A lot of farming. Yeah, we're like slowly working our way for all achievements on this, but all achievements on DS1 is so much easier to get. Like, even without duping. Oh, come on. Come on, man. The mid-rolls. Just can't make it. Yeah, I've seen some videos of people just doing PvP stuff. Invading the new players. Nice hitbox, that's awesome. Oh, honestly, kind of expected to die right there. Got lucky, got summoned into a fight club and the host kept killing the invaders, so you got a lot of them. Oh, on DS3. Yeah, so I've just been picking them up slowly over many new games. I know some people don't want to spend that much time. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Okay, I was just able to get the block off, so I didn't have stamina. Lawless Mind Terror. Yeah, like, farming can be fine, but like, if I'm gonna play through the game over and over and over again, just doing cosplay runs and stuff, because I enjoy them, like, I might as well just, like, go for all achievements and just, like, every NG, just pick up the one or two Covenant items that are just easily laying on the ground. So, like, I started a little late with picking stuff up, but I mean, Proof of Concord, we're getting close, you know. Like, we're slowly getting there. We're slowly getting there. We started a little late with some of them. So, I mean, we've got like a minimum of like 16 more new game cycles to get there, but like, I don't really care because I'm gonna play through at least 16 more new games. It's gonna take me a while to get to max level. I'm gonna do different cosplay runs, come back to old ones. Like, there's no doubt that I'll just get everything at some point, because I really just want this character to have every weapon, like every piece of armor, every miracle. Like, I just want it to have everything so I can do whatever I want with it. So I'd say we're in a pretty good spot right now. Major collections. I've never been this way though in other Souls games. I've never been this way in other Souls games, but I've also never gone to like high new games. I've never done actually more than the new game in any of the other Souls games. So like, I did a lot of collecting in Bloodborne and have like most of the stuff in that game, but DS1 and DS2 I didn't go to any higher new games and collect stuff to do higher NG runs. Like, I mean, I have, like, I got what I've picked up, but I haven't like explicitly tried to do Covenant things or anything like that. The weapon is shit, you'll never use it, you just hoard it. Yeah, like, I mean, I might use crap weapons at some point, just because, like, a cosplay calls for it, or because I want to challenge myself with, like, a crap weapon. But, yeah, like, might as well have everything. You never know. Never know if you're going to want to use it, or need it for something. But... yeah, I mean, I think we're slowly but surely closing in on having everything. Easier to finish if you're going for all achievements? Oh, yeah. Well, because you only have to do... like, there's the, you summon Solaire, pick up the... you can pick up the 3 from the Mimic in Anorlando. Summon Solaire a couple times. Like, his isn't that hard to get the Sunlight Medals. You have to farm in Ariamis. You have to farm in the Painted World. And where else do you have to get? You have to give the 30 humanities, which really isn't that bad. Oh god, come on. I'm gonna die, aren't I? Okay. That feeling when you're so fat. Which is just so weird, because, like, we're mid-rolling. I wouldn't think too much of it. You know what? I'm gonna go and do Yorm first. Normally I would go and do Pontiff and Aldrich first. But just because of where our souls are at, I think I'll do Yorm level and then go. I'm trying to think, what are the other Covenant quests? I think some of the Covenants you just have to discover, right? Like, some of them you don't even have to do anything for them, you just discover the Covenant. Okay, so you farm in... the only ones you have to do stuff for are the ones that give you, like, a miracle or something, right? Like, some of them are really just find the Covenant. How does the Dragon Covenant work? You literally just have to discover it. So you talk to the dragon, and then you've discovered the Covenant, or you, like, hit Enter Covenant and then back out of it. Where is the Sunlight? Chaos Servant, Dark Moon? Wait, how did... no, the Dark Moon you don't have to finish, do you? Do you? Which one is the Dark Moon? Maybe I just never paid attention to that. Because I know that they kill Gwendolyn and they go and get the items behind, but I don't remember them dropping stuff off there. Which one are the... are those from the Painted World? Is that what you're picking up? Get Dark Moon Blade again in this game? I mean, we're gonna get it, but yeah, it's either a lot of farming or a lot of playthroughs, and we're just opting for a lot of playthroughs. I hate how the weapon just bounces off of stuff. Jeez. That enemies can drop the rank up items? Well, they'll always do that. They won't force you to have online gameplay in order to get their quests. Like, to get all achievements. They're not going to force you into online. Souvenirs of Reprisal from the Painted World. Given to Gwendolyn, 10 of them. Oh, okay. Okay. So you give them to him and then they kill him. Because I guess in the all achievements route, they do all that stuff on NG. So you go Painted World first, then go to Gwendolyn. Give it and then enter. I guess is how they do it, because they only do through NG Plus on the DS1 all achievement speedrun because of the duping that they can do. DS1 remastered speedrun, like all achievement speedrun, would be much longer. Kill him so you get some blade. Yep. Yo, what's going on, Vanda? Welcome back. So far, you platinum Dark Souls 2 and Bloodborne. Dark Souls 3 looks like it'll be pretty annoying to platinum. Well, I would either get with the mindset that you're going to be farming quite a bit, or if you feel like doing similar to what we're doing and just playing through the game a bunch of times, you can, without farming, get all achievements in 30 NGs or less. I think it's 30 is the max for the items that you pick up one of. About to fight Artorias for the first time. Any tips? Pay attention to his moveset and try and learn. I mean, I think it's the same as any other boss. Just gotta be patient and try and learn it. I'll say don't try to punish the flippy attacks. That'll be like my one tip. He's not too bad, but he can definitely punish you. Yeah, don't be greedy. It's really just patience. Like, you can only punish that with, like, a roll poke on a big weapon. But yeah, if you get caught in one of those, you're pretty much screwed. Flippy floppy. I got my swimming trunks and my flippy floppies. I'm flipping burger on street all day and flipping copies. I'm riding on a dolphin, doing flips and shit. The dolphin splashing, getting everybody all wet. This ain't Sea World. This is real as it gets. I'm on a boat, motherfucker. Don't you ever forget. I'm on a boat, and it's going fast. I'm the king of the world on a boat like Leo. On the show like Leo. Get the fuck up. This boat is real. Probably my favorite line is "fuck trees, I climb buoys, motherfucker." Probably the best Lonely Island song? Probably. Probably. Your spelling is awful today? Well, you spelled awful just fine. So at least you got that going for you. Well, rip. At least we got the riposte on the stairs. Honestly, I was kind of expecting to miss it. Had apricot chicken on the stove since you got home. Almost done. It smells so good. I don't think I like apricot, but I don't know if I would mind apricot chicken. ZZ9 Shothead, thank you for the follow. Helps your confidence. I'm glad I could be of help. I'm perfect. Thanks, Avocado. Appreciate your lack of honesty. Oh, that was quick. Ugh. Get to the post. I wasn't expecting the riposte to happen that quickly there. Give you $60? No. Don't know why I need to give you $60. Oh, cool. Cool. Get out of here, Yorm! I don't know why that was kind of weird. Two for only 50, such a bargain. Oh, now we're just handing out. Handing out the cash. No, mister. No, mister, I will not do it. I will not do it. How much do I need? 250k? Something like that.
I've lots of cash, has it?
On the contrary, yourself. Man, turn it into the like Shakespearean versions. I love when they do like Shakespearean insults. It's so good.
Ashen one.
Mr. Purple, Mr. Doctor, yesn't you? Can ban you? Nah, I'm wider. I wouldn't ban you, man. I wouldn't ban you. I sold way too many souls. Yay!
Farewell, Ashen One.
As a matter of fact, I will have to deny this allegation and claim that it is, in fact, you who are at fault. Yes, exactly. I love the Shakespearean insults that are like, I remember for a while there was that like meme template. That meme template for like Shakespearean insults. And it just like that people would like rewrite lyrics and stuff for it. Turn "know you" into the most pretentious shit. It's so good though. Been banned for being too nice. I got timed out once recently for talking about a difference between Dark Souls 1 and Dark Souls Remastered without mentioning the location, just saying that the dry finger was in a different spot. The person was in a blind playthrough. They wouldn't know where the dried finger was. They asked about the dried finger because they thought they had seen it, which they did. They're like, yo, I think I saw the dried finger. Like, yeah, they moved it to an earlier place in the game for the remaster. But I won't say where. Timed out. Yeah, dried finger is in Painted World. Dried finger is in Painted World. I believe off to like the right, like the courtyard.
O Lord, bless this thy hand grenade, that with it thou mayst blow thine enemies to tiny bits in thy mercy.
Nameless Rider and Sir Clade, thank you guys for the follows.
O Lord, bless this thy hand grenade, that with it thou mayst blow
Thine enemies to tiny bits in thy mercy. Yeah, I never got it, but I know where it's at. Or I've picked it up before, I guess. You know what? No, I don't think I have technically picked it up. I've picked it up in an item randomizer, which means that it wasn't actually the dried finger, but I've picked up the item that was in its place. At the top of the tower? No, the red soapstone is at the top of the tower. Still farming channelers for a trident? What do you have? Do you have all the boosting items? Like you have Gold Serpent from Sens and have the Soft Humanity, possibly Symbol of Avarice. Spell a word one letter at a time. P. Nice. Nice. Good job, guys. Proud of you. It's just absolutely awful. Yeah, that's just kind of how it goes sometimes. Deleted 8,000 emails, 26 at a time. Been there. Not that many. Not 8,000, but I've been there with the deleting them at small chunks because on mobile. You clear all of like the 25 that show up, and then you hit delete, and then it brings up the next 25. Oh, I actually did it. Nice. Nice. Oh, shit. Oh, I got lucky. Let's just say I got lucky. Sitting on over 30k emails? Ah, shit. Yeah, I'm too OCD to let it build to that point. I want to say that this does have a weird parry timing. Oh no, never mind. I just botched it. Like the piece of crap I am. Well beyond your control at this point. Honestly, at this point, you're just better off going, like, select all and delete all. I don't know if they have that option, but... Nah, you'd probably want to keep certain emails. Yeah, what's going on, Ends? How you doing? Favorite scenes ever with Ron Swanson throwing away his computer in the dumpster. Used to deleting them? I try and delete them as I get them, like... Or, like, manage them as I get them so it doesn't get out of hand. Alright, so I need a few things here. I need my Crystal Sage Rapier. And I need my Gold Covetous. Alright, so yes, we are going to break the cosplay for a brief moment here. Need to acquire some dregs, hopefully. Need to keep your email that contains Despacito too. Oh god. Cop cosplay? You busted. You busted. No dregs. Feels bad, man. I mean, I could put on Symbol of Avarice, but I really don't feel like it because I get fireballed all the time. And I don't want to risk dying. Despacito 3 I found on Mars. Alright, well, we don't need to go to Mars then. There's no point. Ow. Robber cosplay. Yeah, we're gonna do a cops and robbers dual cosplay. I don't know what I'm gonna wear for any of it, but that'd actually be kind of funny. You just have the one guy chasing the other the entire time after you summon him. Come on, show me the dregs. Gosh darn it. Well, that's unfortunate. That is very much unfortunate. We've even got the higher... I feel like the higher our discoverability gets, the lower chance we have of it. Neek, welcome back. Could be Aldrich Faithful and Blue Sentinel as cops. How? But I don't know. Yeah. I feel like it'd be kind of weird though, because then you just get to like boss fights and stuff, and it doesn't really work. Hecla, what's going on?
Go and tell your master.
Thank you for the follow, by the way.
Charged by God with a sacred quest.
I have not done the Twin Prince's Greatsword yet. I do plan on doing the Prince's runs, which I guess would be Lorien and Lothric with their individual swords, and then I forget which one of them you use the combined Greatsword with, but yeah, I gotta do this at some point. Overthinking a cosplay? Well, yeah. Yeah, you gotta get down to the particulars. Cosplay guts. Ooh, already did it. NG plus 10, boy. Armor setup for the combined? I believe it's just the prayer robes. I think it's just the prayer robes. No, cause well, half Lothric, half Lorien. Only one of them uses I don't know. One uses the robe of prayer, and then the other one has a specific armor set. Got him. Got him. Get crap up for. Yeah, we gotta have our own subscription service to use the variations of Crappa that would be like. That'd be the prime variants. What does this grill do? I saw one recently. Chill streamer actively talks to chat. I try to. I feel like I'm not like good enough gameplay wise to be like, psh, just watch. I don't need to talk to you guys. Nah. I honestly don't foresee us ever at that point, and it's more fun to generate conversations with you guys anyway. I suck at video games. Yay! Wow. Proof of concord. Only see you with the tier 3 sub. Almost got V-Swed to ban you. Wait, why did V-Swed almost ban you? That was kind of interesting. Playing DLC? Yeah, we've done DLC 1 already, but we do all bosses. I do all bosses on these runs. Full Ornstein armor, have a +5 Black Knight sword. That's a little bit on the easier side for you then. Hit once to Dark Souls, shit at all video games. Well then, lucky for me, I got the no-hit run, so I'm not complete shit at video games. Damn it. Thanks, Aldrich. Uh-oh. That's not good. Dead? Oh, not dead. Okay. So let's not do that, because that's not fun. Okay. Solved! Problem solved. Please stop doing arrows! Okay, there we go. That's how it's supposed to be. That's how they're supposed to be. Trash to Dark Souls and spelling. And Dark Souls is really just a lot of practice! And apparently, sometimes I gotta practice my RNG. Because I'm getting into melee range. Okay. Aldrich, if you would so kindly stop. Excellent. I'll just stand right here in the fire. Is that good with you? Yeah, take the trade. Pine bundles, yeah or nay? I probably could have used pine bundles. I only have 4 though, because I just haven't bought it. I think I might have bought them early on, or no, I probably picked them up. Practicing RNG, brain exploding. Well, that's like when I see like speedrunners practicing Half-Light. I'm like, you're practicing something that is mostly just RNG. No thanks. Have a friend coming down in 2 weeks, so you probably have the chance to play A Way Out. Sarah doesn't want to play it with you. I should probably play A Way Out at some point. Probably. Oh, you did a what is this grill do to be sweet. No, I'm on PC. I'm on PC. Bundles do more damage? Never got the chance. No, they do. Yeah, bundles do more damage than resins, but bundles last for much shorter. So resins, I believe, last for 60 seconds. Bundles last for 15 to 30, something like that. So they're high damage, but high damage and quick to apply, but don't last very long. So you gotta balance that out. If you have situations like Midir, for example.
O Lord, bless this thy hand grenade, that with it thou mayst blow thine enemies to tiny bits in thy mercy.
Chesty, thank you for the follow. So if you have something like Midir, right, where you roll a bunch and then you attack the head a couple times and then you have to dodge a bunch again, you can bundle, quick hit the head a couple times, and then do your dodging, bundle, right? Because you buffing the weapon first, it takes longer, so your opportunities are less, but then you're also not going to necessarily get as many hits in. Still an Undead Settlement? Well, how long have you put into the game? And is it your first Souls game? So the first two questions I have. 4 minutes. No, you're not in it takes speedrunners over 5 minutes to get to Undead Settlements, so don't try and give me that crap. First area in DS3 that gave you trouble? Yeah, because like high wall is pretty easy to figure out. Alright, well, I guess there are parts that can be a little more tough, but yeah, Undead Settlement can give you a hard time for sure. It's your first? Okay, well there's no reason to feel bad. There's no reason to feel bad. Like, these games, they take some time, especially the first time through. Even if you're a Souls veteran, they might give you some problems. So I just enjoy it, explore, take your time. Couldn't even beat Gundyr? Well then how did you get to Undead? If you're an Undead Settlement, that means you beat Gundyr and Vort. God damn it. That's too far over. Come on, don't push me. Finally beat it recently? Well, congrats. I mean, like I said, it's gonna take some time. It's gonna take some time, but you just gotta have patience with it and try and learn. I mean, that's just how it goes. There's no shame in being stuck on something for a while. I spent 11 hours fighting a boss, one of the bosses my first time. You know, eventually you get it. Are the gates to the bridge to Undead Settlement trying to keep out? Staircases are on the wrong side. Well, I guess I don't know if there's like some lore with like that collapsing, right? Like, I don't know if, because they fly you from Vort to... They fly you from Vort down to Undead Settlement, so maybe at some point those were connected. And the gate was closed to block off high wall. Gotta play Dark Souls Remastered? I'm not planning to, at least not anytime in the near future. I might get it at some point. But that's not to say I won't play the original Dark Souls. Because I love the original Dark Souls. Alt F4 before you get it. God, I wouldn't want to restart my game that many times. It'd just be too annoying. Base camp area is still the dungeon. Area right after the Ghost Archers is the hardest DLC area. Yeah, the dungeon is rough. If you don't know where you're going, like, you can technically just stumble upon Yorm, but I guess if you go down and you end up in the other location, or you get lost trying to navigate the dungeon, because if you spend all your time, like, killing jailers and stuff. Unplug your PC. Yeah, just be like those console gamers that when you're playing online, they rage quit and just unplug their router. Or unplug their console. Dungeon and Demon Souls. Yo, Demon Souls areas are just so tough. Like, I hate 4-1 and 4-2 is so bad. What? How did Ricard die? Did Ricard just dunk himself? What a fool. Yeah, the Herald guys are rough. The first night was so hard for you, you fought the knight in Highwall, yeah. Yeah. Those are more so just like, run by him. 4 is the stormy area, so 4 is the one that you run up the stairs and there's the skeleton knights that spin. And then it's the run to Old Hero. Yeah, I don't know how much they intend for you to kill the knight in the first area, because your DPS is not very high. It's almost like a teaching to just run past him. As bad as that may be. But yeah, so no, I definitely get why you struggled there. It's tanky. Forgettable boss? Yeah, it's the area that's a pain. But, what was it? 4-1 has... what's his name? Adjudicate? No, not yeah, the Adjudicator. Damn, not even creative with names. Brought back Adjudicator Argo. Or not back, but they brought back Adjudicator. Ah, shit. He's a joke? Well, I mean, Demon Souls honestly is just filled with mostly gimmick bosses. Lickitung? Oh my god, that's such a weird Pokemon. It's like... I don't know, it's like the concept of Yoshi, but in Pokemon form. As far as, like, all that tongue action. Learn to parry from the Highwall Knight? Well, that's definitely one way to take him down. I wouldn't say I'm a god at this. I just play it a lot. Like, I have 750 some hours in this game. Or more. In this character alone, I have 134 or something like that. So I've just played the game a lot. It's honestly just a lot of practice. Just wait for stamina. I actually have 675 hours in DS3. I think I'm closing in on that on PC, but I have 112 hours or something like that on Xbox. Should be my first playthrough in some, like, deathless attempts. And I guess an SL1 run through the first DLC when that came out. He's really liking giving me that attack. Which is nice, because I can punish it, but the whole roll poking thing on this doesn't do a ton. Can I have a riposte? No? No stagger. There it is. I wanted to get like an R1 or 2 in beforehand, but okay. I don't know the last time I've seen him do 2 stomps in the same fight. Alright, see you, Nameless. It's nice knowing you. Reveal Shadows die twice at E3? Well, yeah, they technically, like, did a reveal trailer, but, like, they didn't give any info on it. They gave us, like, a 15-second teaser. The grammar and spelling of a first grader. It's okay. Sometimes spelling is hard. Yeah, I mean, it'd be cool if they give us something at E3, but I don't know. I don't know how much FromSoft has really done of that stuff in the past. They're typically, I don't know, they typically do stuff like on their own accord. But maybe. I don't know, E3, like 2018 is shaping up to be a good year for games. I'm looking forward to E3 because I think Xbox is going to be dropping some stuff because they don't have like things announced past like June or something like that. So there's definitely stuff coming. And they said that was, yeah, so they've got that coming. PS4, you know, hopefully you get, you know, I don't know, maybe there'll be some PlayStation exclusives.
Hey, it's been a while again.
Hey.
I've been super busy lately and I was able to make a bit of time to I hope everything is well and hopefully I have time to hang out this month.
Awesome. Thank you so much for the 3 months in a row and using your Prime over here. Hope you are doing well. Appreciate you thinking about us, even if you can't make it. And I hope you continue to enjoy your face. Hit here. Or not. Too good. Lupe, welcome back. Oscar Henri Picard. Okay, so it's not Henri because Henri has her own sword. So I will do her cosplay at some point, but she uses a different straight sword. Picard of Astora. Picard? No, it's you mean Ricard? The guy with the rapier up in Sun's Fortress? Longfinger Captain Kirk. Excellent. Play anything on PS4? So I have Monster Hunter World on PS4, Bloodborne. I did the Crash trilogy remaster. I did Kingdom Hearts. Do I have anything else for PS4? I mean, technically I picked up Ratchet and Clank when that was free, so I have that. I'm sure there'll be some PS4 stuff we pick up in the future as well. I actually have no idea though I don't know what Ricard used in DS1, but DS3 he's wearing basically nothing. He's got like loincloth, Walnir's helm, and some sort of like thin wraps on his arm. I have Rainbow Six Siege on PC actually, though I've only played it one time and I'm bad at shooters. I'm very bad at them. Naked Walnir. Yeah, Ricard is a young naked Walnir in human form. Forgot the command. Well, at least I put it in the info command. So there you go. Gravetender is even worse. What about it? And it's Ricard with an R. Gotta use it's Ricard's rapier. I remember the cosplay command being in the info command. Well, I'd say that's pretty solid location on my part. Probably should have buffed, but it's fine. Gravetender has chainmail and dark mask. Oh, like they didn't use their own unique armor set, they just borrowed. Like they pieced together other ones. Picard's papier. I'm thinking of like instead of Super Paper Mario, it's like Paper Picard. I don't know, like it's like in that style. Yorm is related to Walnir, same race except Walnir is undead and a skeleton. I have not heard that theory. Oh, so you know what? If it scales with luck, it must do less damage to enemies that don't bleed? Maybe? Doesn't even have pants? Well, who needs pants, TBH? Who needs pants anyway? Getting off soon, probably see you in the future shoes. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you for stopping by and hanging out. Winnie the Pooh doesn't need pants? Dude, I'm not gonna lie, the new, like, as cute as the movie will probably end up being. Wow, nice giant meatball. As cute as the movie will probably end up being, the new, like, live action Winnie the Pooh or Christopher Robin movie, it looks half terrifying. Like, the Winnie the Pooh is like one thing, but I've seen some of the other characters in like a commercial, and I was like, alright, this is kind of scary. Probably be an easy run. I don't think it would be too bad, except the weight of the cosplay. That's like the only real concern. You know, animals would look like World War I veterans. You haven't seen the things I've seen. Bye-bye. I'm sorry, I meant bye-bye. Ricard cosplay? I will at some point. I've got his rapier. But we're gonna do the DS3 Ricard. Still dig the cartoon version? I mean, the cartoon version is well done and is well known, right? So. I shouldn't need to sit. Should be able to make it fine through the archives. Selling out not. Way to freaking go! Naked Walnut. Yeah, we're gonna do the Naked Walnut run. What's going on, Morky? You can go, as far as we know, you can go to NG Plus as many times as you want. There's no known limit. So far, the farthest a person has gotten, at least that's recorded, is NG plus 800, and probably the 820s now. So I guess the real test will be if it goes beyond NG plus 1000, but given that it's probably just an integer that gets updated, it probably goes until that number maxes out. Only rapier you like is Crow Quills? That'll be a fun playthrough. I don't know what like armor set we'll use with it, but Crow Quills could be fun. Yeah, the difficulty stops scaling at NG plus 7. So after that, nothing scales anymore. Male Henry or female Henry? I don't really know, because I mean I have the armor on, so it's not like you'd be able to tell. I'd just be using the straight sword. $100 new games in DS2. I know some people that have done like new game to new game 99 in all of the games, so they've done 100 playthroughs. I don't think the NG999 has been done in any game. I've seen some casual runs in like Bloodborne and DS3 and stuff be in the like NG200s, but that's about the closest I've seen. Yeah, like I could use the reversal ring, but like you won't see my character. I don't know how much the character model actually changes though. Best new game plus system? Okay, how so? because I haven't gone into NG Plus in it. So I know that there are things that change. Is it added enemies or something like that? That's gonna hit you. Saw that coming. And that. Glad that didn't hit me though. Praise DS2 DLCs? Yeah, the DLCs on DS2 are quite good. That was weird. Champion's Grave Tender suggested in Discord with the set weapons and spells. Is Pestilent Mist is that what that spell is? Or is there something different that looks kind of like it? There was a... Oh god. Hello. There was another suggestion in there for Half-Light, which I would like to do a Half-Light cosplay. I just needed to pick something that I thought would go relatively fast today, because we started an hour late. Somehow, Covenant items and spells for sale on NG+2? Can buy Covenant items? I know that there are higher New Game ones, but I didn't know about higher New Game Covenant items. Oh, it's Snap Freeze. Okay, I do have that. Or I believe I do. Aha. There we go. Makes sense though. Makes sense that he's using one of the DLC spells. Miss Darkbeat and Hexes, they were cool. They were also just like really, really strong. I don't know what the closest comparison would be in DS3. For a Gargoyle cosplay? I don't know. That's the thing. Like, it might just be a weapon run at that point. It might just be a weapon run. Like, there might be ones that are from creatures that you just can't do it with, so you gotta do just the weapon and some fashion souls. Dark sorceries? Yeah, I mean, maybe... I don't know how the dregs are. Dregs might be okay. But they're probably not as strong. One-shot win with Darkbead? What stats and stuff do you need for that? Because I know the speedrun routing that uses Darkbead, it's 2. Like, you've got RTSR. You probably have to use Power Within to get it. Because I know that they parry riposte Darkbead with like 60 and RTSR. You probably have to have some, like, you probably have to have one buff on top of it. Soul Dregs is pretty strong with Isolith Staff. See, I gotta try that stuff at some point. Like, when we do sorcery only and like things of that nature, I need to just like test out what it's like. And maybe upgrade all the different staves that I have and rotate between ones that are better for certain things. Power Within, RTSR, and the Crown they increase. Yeah, so Crown of Dusk. Our Black Cold Stone Hearts. Stone Cold Steve Austin. Sounds like he's just sponsoring Cold Stone Creamery. Have the Isolith staff? I believe so. I mean, I can check. Thought I could walk around that. I was wrong. Very wrong. I don't like this positioning, just being in the back of the room like this. He starts to get real weird. Well, that makes it a little bit better, but... I'm gonna have to lead him back towards the door soon. All the sauce that is soaked into the mashed potats. Nice. That's how you gotta do it, though. Like, mashed potatoes are so good for if you have, like, sauce that's, like, or more something that's more, like, gravy-like. They're, like, perfect for it. Don't understand the door strat? So basically when you roll at the door, they can't teleport to you. And it also just allows you to dodge the magic without getting hit. So it's a very safe strat for dodging that opening magic attack into phase 2. And not have them come teleporting at you in the process. Ah! Okay. Scary for no hit, teleported into a chair, making him unlocked and instantly teleport to your back. Been there. Been there. It's just... It's unfortunate. Like, it's really crappy, but it's just kind of something you have to accept that it's possible for it to happen. And you have to be able to, like, tell the difference between a camera unlock and, like, a distance teleport. Right, because like the camera unlocks when he teleports across the room, but you can tell there's like a jerky motion, and there's a sound cue for if he's doing the far one. If you don't hear that sound cue, you know that he's like pretty much right behind you in striking distance. Perfectly preventable, just gotta know the timings of the attacks. I mean, it's much more... I'm not saying it's impossible. It's just more difficult. Is all I'm saying. I guess we're on DLC too, yeah. Just don't be Hob. Hob is very... I feel like more in the panic state. It feels like he's good. I'm literally not gonna try and discredit him. He's very, very good. And I don't know if it's just his style of play or if it's for the dramatics of it all, but some situations it feels like there's a lot of spam rolling to create separation and stuff. Roll the front, hoping he doesn't do poke attacks. Well, it's just like you know the attack timing, so when you just gotta hope that he doesn't roll catch you with something else, but a lot of no hit runner? Yeah. I'd like to think that I'm very, very well timed on things most of the time. Like, obviously there's the occasional panic roll, but like in boss fights there shouldn't be panic rolling. It's like freak moments in like the running environments and stuff. Got cocky, went for the jumping attack and missed. I was reading chat and just got smacked. Went for the jumping attack and missed. When was that? Or what boss? Or situation? I don't know. How many times do I plan to play? Like tonight or in general? Panic roll when you face the Archives Gargoyle? There are some strats for it. Oh, we went for a jumping attack in Princes. Oh god. Yeah, no. That's the one thing with, like, challenge runs, is just getting cocky can absolutely wreck you. Mikhail, I kind of remember that now that you say that it was on Princes. I mean, you can post the link if you want, but I kind of remember it. Come on. Get out of here. Makes saves in practice. Yeah, but for some people, like, that's their... Yeah, I mean, you can definitely break that. I'm not saying... but I guess it's just it's a mental thing. Some people just don't know how to. It's like if it doesn't go according to what they think, or it's like they've practiced it to be one way, and if it doesn't go that way, it just like panic state is the default. It's like you have to remain calm. Like panic rolling is how you get wrecked. A gargoyle. What's going on, Riot Act? Welcome back. How you doing? Gargoyle save file? I did as well. What I did is I tried to bait him towards the bottom where it's all flat, and then I know the dodge, like the timings to go under him. Shut down for a while. One of your buddies OD'd on fentanyl. Took a really rough head. I'm sorry to hear that, man. I hope things are looking up. That's very unfortunate. Do we want to? Yeah, this is probably whatever. I'm not gonna buff. I'm not gonna buff. It's fine. Got to the point where he made his decision. Yeah, I mean, obviously, like, yeah, there's nothing you can do about him, but I hope, you know, things are looking up for you, because I know that kind of thing can be very, very hard to deal with. But things have been good. Things have been good, for sure. We got our no hit run, so I'm being a casual scrub as of late. It's been fantastic. Feels good just to relax, right? You're not in a transition yet. I'm gonna die. Yeah, so we got the no hit run. It was about a month ago now. Which is crazy. Play Dark Souls, can't be casual. I play Dark Souls casually. I don't know. Just playing DS3 and DS1 is like, it's my comfy game. Jallarhorn. Dixon. Oh man, it's such an interesting VOD. It really is. Can I get a hit? Can I get a repose, please? Oh god. Damn it. Just trying to force a... Awesome. All the way at the end. Fireball Prince instead of Laser Prince? I mean, I've killed Fireball Prince many times. I'm just doing Laser Prince for my own sanity, so I don't have to pay attention so much to the fight. But if you go to my YouTube, I did beat him soul level 1 with the Fireball Prince, which was my first kill of him. The Rolly Dude, Narch Dragon Peak, when you were learning all bosses. Oh, the dude on the little staircase before the dragon. Camera? Please? Okay. Yeah, what's going on, Jack? How you doing? It's been a little bit. How you? Think they're more superior than others because they played hardcore games? I mean, there are games that are way more difficult than Dark Souls. What's going on, Grayson? My Estus is... I have 15 Estus flasks, and they are at +10. So it's been fully maxed out since New Game or New Game Plus. Hello Kitty Island Adventure? Exactly. Exactly. Like, that's a truly difficult game. Now, I'm talking about things like Wings of V and I Want to Be the Bashi and stuff like that. Those games are much more difficult. Plus 11 was max? Nope, you can only go to 10. I mean, you have the default, which would be +0, and then you can go up to +10. So, I mean, I guess there's 11 different states that it can be in, but only plus 10. Not that bad. Only difference, he can't do much. Yeah. Well, if he's doing the... Yeah, that's basically it. You can't get as much in because he's doing that fireball charge up. And if you don't get him to stagger, you're screwed because the fireballs chase you. So, like, that's the trade-off, is you have to make sure you get in close to do it. Lasers is just so much easier. 80% current patch on PC for the first time. Haven't played about 2 weeks, but still had a 101. Nice. How are you enjoying the speedrunning life? And I forget if you said you're balancing that with the no-hit. You just need to break from it. Died to DSA and Princes. Took some extra bonfires just in case. Yeah, I mean, you'll definitely, like, just clearing up those deaths, you know, and not grabbing bonfires is a big time save. But I understand grabbing the bonfires. I grabbed a few peach ones when I did DS1. Any percent. Like, I grabbed the Archives bonfire after the shortcut, and I grabbed the bonfire and Tomb of Giants, so like those were easy time saves in that run. Current patches being archived most likely? Being voted on in the Speed Souls, is it really? I heard talks about that, because it's basically the same run with like, without bleed. It's the same run without bleed. First phase of this fight? This is just a tough fight in general. Yeah, first phase is difficult because, like, I remember when I did it, I didn't fight them close up. I, like, baited them. So, I would wait for I would bait the, like, 7-piece, like, attack where they, like, walk at you and then swipe at the end, and then I would hit them. And I would just kind of, like, cycle that. I was very bad about being up close and personal with them. But once you learn to fight them up close, it's not that bad, but at first it was rough. Don't mind dealing with the fireball since you've got HP. It can do a lot of damage though. Like, I think, yeah, like on NG, if you've got a bunch of health, you'd be fine with armor. No teardrop with no resins. You get Xanthus, but you lose 30 seconds. Which, I mean, at that point, it's more so a preference thing of whether you want to compete for world record or not. Right? Because, like, some people just speedrun for, yeah, just for the sake of running against themselves. I'm gonna make a category for max level speedruns in Duratize. While one was hot and one was cold. Well, I mean, to be fair, there's not a lot of times where there's both active. I tried to make the most of the opportunity when they were both cold, because sometimes their cycles lined up and they were both in their passive states. Still no Ernie percent. Still no Ernie percent. I just gotta start picking up that hollow gem every time now. Grayson, thank you for the bits. I'm always so thrown off when I hear the bit sound and then no message. Ah, shoot. Okay, so that actually, you land long enough to cancel the fall. Like the full fall damage, which is interesting. I don't like not seeing. Looks at it, you're guessing not. Well, maybe, well, they're just getting rid of it altogether, not even gonna keep it as a miscellaneous category. I don't know. I feel like it has enough times, like enough people ran it at some point that like there's no harm in keeping a leaderboard for it. What an ass. So it removes the character model, but still finishes out the animation. So just this invisible dude picks me up in the air and puts me back down. Alright. Alright, I see you. What's going on, Mike? Why am I fighting? What? What are you talking about? That was interesting. Because all the other enemies, like, they don't do a grab... Like, the ones that I've had hit me while at a bonfire, none of them have done a grab attack. So they attack you, do damage, and then they disappear. That's the first time I've had an enemy grab me while sitting at a bonfire. I wonder if there are any others that can do that. It's an interesting thought. Is there anything? Because I think the only ones I've had are Ricard and then... Ricard and the Grooves, I think. Sharon, welcome back. Penis XD. Oh my god, he said penis. Backstabbing a guy, but you were already dead. Just doing a front flip. Excellent. What's going on, Cooper? Alright, well, I didn't die, but I read chat and it hit me. That's my fault, though. That's my fault. But yeah, so I'm in the second DLC. Technically, I've almost beaten the game on this new game cycle. Oh, wow. Nice, I'm gonna die. Oh, ooh, not dead. Not dead. Alright, so let's recycle this.
Go and tell your master that we have been charged by God with a sacred quest.
So I'm pretty much towards the end of the game. This is the second DLC, and I have the final boss left after this. But I'm on my 25th? No, NG plus 25. So my 26th playthrough of the game on this character. Sharon, thank you for the follow. Alright, apparently the dude's gonna be delayed here. Only opinion that has a positive for current patch is that it's good for new runners. Yeah, and that, I mean, that might be a reason to keep it. I wish it was kind of, I don't know, I wish DS3 had the way it was with DS1, where there were just so many more options for routing. But it's like everything is run on different patches for speed, whereas DS1, everything's current patch. You just kind of pick which route you like. You know, some are faster, slower than others, some are more fun. Like there's like DS1 has a Simi-Tracer route. You run Scimitar into Gold Tracer. Like, come on.
9 fucking months.
Shit. Subaru, we got a baby. Thank you for 9 months in a row. What is the baby's name? Don't tell me the baby's name is shit. Hope you continue to enjoy your face. Welcome back. Can't keep you from running it, just do it on your... Exactly, like, you can still run it. There's just, like, there's no category to submit to. Klopp survived. Alright. We have birthed an android. Or iOS. You know, I don't know. Named it after the bot. That's some kind thinking. I like it. Get money from sitting and playing games? Hell yeah. Hell yeah, man. It's the life. I also work a full-time job because this doesn't make ends meet. I don't know why I stepped into that. Okay, that hitbox doesn't go nearly as far as I thought. A guy calling her daughter Delta? Wonder if that's his 4th child? Wait, what? I'm confused. Oh, did he name it Alpha, Beta, Gamma, Delta? Maybe. It's a good naming convention. You could also just do it with English letters and stuff if you wanted. I picked up on the joke. That took me a little bit. I was like, Delta, that means the difference between... Greed! Greed, 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 greed. Got it. Greed pays off. Oh, Wick check the other day? What's Wick? Kid's name was beautiful? I shit you not. There are definitely some interesting names out there in the world. Sometimes you just kind of wonder what people are thinking. Because I feel like I've seen that name before or something similar. Current patch still gets submitted to No Teardrop. You can just... oh, okay, I guess so. And then you... the route is just current patch as opposed to the No Teardrop route. Yeah, I've seen stuff like that before. Goes a man to corner, is the bus away, drives the e-bus back to the corner, is the man away, drives the bus and goes the man back to the corner, why is missing? What is missing? Grammar. Got him. Nailed it. Yeah, that's all I really have to say about that one. Confused as a non-English speaker? Don't worry, I'm confused as an English speaker. The corn sir? I think my statement stands correct. Grammar. Still missing. Food nutrition program for women and their children, funded by the government. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Does it stand for something? I'm as confused as an non-English speaker. Yeah, there you go. Probably the way I should have worded it. What's with your grandma? Not there. It's just missing.
You must cut down the mightiest tree in the forest.
Oh, come on. Where's my hyper armor? I was gonna say poise, but let's not kid ourselves here. Vez Trust, thank you for the follow. Ow? Hey. Oh crap. Dun dun dun. Ow. Okay, he caught me. Two of your friends are moving their stuff to Penn State right now? Are they going freshmen for summer session? I'm an alumni, but that would be my guess. Did he get a hyper? I have no idea, but I got absolutely destroyed. Not 100% sure. Well, have they... Okay, so have they gone to school there before? Like, are they returning, or are they... Is it their first semester? Because I guess some people move up over the summer. Cosplay as a door. I have done a door shield run. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. Hit a juke? I don't know. Do I want to hit a juke? Gonna be freshmen. Okay, so they're going up for summer session. Just basically they take like 2 classes before the semester, before the fall semester starts. Live in the dorms and take 2 classes with other freshmen and stuff. I didn't do it, but my freshman roommate did. I went up and visited him. Seemed like it was pretty cool. Because you also just kind of get acclimated and know where things are. Don't you dare heal, you piece of garbage! Okay. Just making rhyme to pass the time. I dig it. Just got the game last night, first time playing Dark Souls. How are you enjoying it? And best of luck. What's going on, Finkinator? This is indeed a new game plus 25. Come back here. So bad, little Sade game. Oh, come on. Hate this boss so much. I ran into that. I'm bad. Same time, so simple. Game is no training wheels whatsoever. Our stylistic, yeah. That's kind of the way that Souls is. They just kind of throw you into it and expect you to just... Like, the way you learn is by trying to figure out how to correct your mistakes. Like, they don't hold your hand. They just kind of throw you into it and say, alright, go forth and learn. Which I think is a really cool way to go about it, and I like it. Oh my god. My health just disappeared. NG plus 25 already? I feel like you didn't start... Yeah, I mean, we get like a run-in per night, so... Okay, I cannot die to Half-Light. I mean, I can, but I don't want to. As much as dying to any boss is... Stop doing that! About a... Shit. Can you post a link? If there's a mod here to give you a permit. Also, what are you trying to post? Yeah, he's at 828. Tony's just kind of been grinding through it, and Ghostatius is in the 700s, I believe, or 600s. Nah. Okay. Dark Souls is like real life though. Yeah. The final boss of Dark Souls 3 is taxes. You just get a tax form and they're like, what do I do with this? What left is there to do at that point? They're going for New Game Plus 999, so that's their goal. My goal is just to play the game with different builds all the time. But yeah, so we're on New Game Plus 25. You can't see from here, but this is the current level and hours on the character. Playing as a knight, should you just put all your points into strength and health? You're not a mod, but you're a subscriber, so subs have link permission. Who is mod here? People with the green sword, and at the moment I don't think I have any mods here, so... Yeah, so you wanna... Here, so here's a quick little lesson. So each weapon, right? Each weapon has different scaling. So if you look at the... right here, the E and C, so those are your stat requirements in order to equip a weapon, and the scaling, right? So the bottom is the requirements, top is scaling. So the first one is strength, dex, faith, and int. Antiman is not a person. So if you are using a weapon that has, so it goes from E to S, which S being the best. So this is a dex scaling weapon. It's got low in strength, higher in dex. The weapon I'm currently using is balanced. So you want to put points into whatever is going to scale your weapon the most. Right, so say you're using, so you're a knight, so you're probably using just like a longsword or something like that. It's D for both of them. But if you pick up like, say, a greatsword, let me see. Why does that have, so something like this, right, where it has C in strength and E in dex. you want to just keep putting points in strength. That'll be the best way to go. And health is also going to be good as a beginner, putting in points into both of those. So hopefully that's a somewhat helpful little rundown on how that kind of stuff works. You're not going to really need to care about luck, faith, and intelligence, or if you want to do magic or weapons that have scaling in it. Strength and dex are going to be your main ones for damage. Vitality is if you want to increase your equip load to put on heavier items and not roll as slow. Vigor for health. Attunement is purely for magic. And endurance for being able to roll and run more. So once you get the, you get it down, you'll see your if you're leveling strength and stuff, like you'll see it add up. On your where it shows like your attack rating. As you level that, it'll go up. If you're leveling something that's got good scaling. Damn. Wait, so does luck increase poison proc? Yo, what's going on, Dak? Thank you for the host, man. E-Ninja, what's going on? Big Hat Logan cosplay? I think I could. Would you just use the Sage hat, or is Logan's hat in this? And then I'd have to find out what spells he uses. Thought it was just bleed? Well, it seemed like the poison went off pretty quickly. So that's why I asked. Alright, take care, Delta. Sorry I missed your goodnight, man. Thank you for hanging out. I will catch you later. The biggest hat possible. I think Sage hat is the biggest one in the S3. Because I don't think I don't think Big Hat Logan's hat is officially in this game. Luck does affect poison? Nice. Okay, that's actually really nice. Really, really good. Leedle? Leedle. Okay, I shouldn't have. No, it's Patrick. Sister Krusty Krab. Almost 2 million souls? Yep. Takes over 2 million souls for us to level, so that's why I have so many. Well, it costs 2.15, almost 2.16 million. Die and don't get him back. I mean, it's not a big deal. I'd have to die twice, technically speaking, though. But most of my levels are gotten from Yole every new game cycle. I just get 5 free levels. This will be the only level, or one of 2 levels I've gotten on my own accord this new game. Everything else was the old. Last boss? I've got 2 bosses after this. So this is technically the last boss of the DLC, but I do Midir, who's an optional boss, last in the DLC, and then I do the actual final boss of the game. 4,000 souls saved up for a boss and died. Walking to get them back and he ran straight off the elevator and Legend died. It happens. It happens. Honestly, I just wouldn't get too attached to souls. Like, spend them if you have them. Go back to Firelink, spend them if you have them. But if you lose them, like, don't get too caught up in it. Because it'll definitely lower your enjoyment if you get caught up with trying to get them back. And then get upset if you lost them. You leave? Alright, Sharon. See ya. Tarzan, welcome back. Hazel cosplay? He just has, what, Xanthus? I guess he does have some spell. Because I think the Hazel Piss... Hazel Piss? The Hazel Pick is a catalyst, right? What's going on, Carpets? Welcome back. Going to bed? Alright, Vestros. Thank you for hanging out. I will catch you around. Poison total damage is unaffected by luck. Just decreases the amount of hits it takes to proc. That's what I figured. I didn't think it actually increased, like, damage or anything from that. It just took, like, a really short amount of time to proc. I was like, well, shit. It's a catalyst hybrid. When's the full electric? When is it gonna be full electric? None of this hybrid stuff. I don't want to, you know, I care about Lordran's environment. Or Lothric's environment. I know what game I'm in. My character is confusing me. Alright, so we're not gonna get luck leveling here. Pure Kentage, thank you for the follow. Do I want Vit? The Houston Rockets are trash. What's going on, PD? Dude, I watched the game yesterday. Like, I'm not a basketball guy. Like, first and foremost, I just had never been a basketball guy. Like, I don't think I would necessarily mind getting back into it. Or not getting back into it, but getting into it. I watched the game yesterday. The three-point shooting was so bad. So freaking bad. People ever use Arster's Spear? I mean, I'm sure people do. I will at some point. But, like, the only reason that the Celtics lost was because they missed so many so many 3 points. And, like, my God, the one dude was 0 for 10. 27 in a row, and just that's how they lose. And as one of the best, like they were saying, they're one of the best 3-point shooting teams in the regular season. Like, talk about choking. Tatum or whatever played a good game, but that was about it. Oh my God, so bad. Like, I'm not a basketball guy, but it was terrible to watch. It was what, Rozier went 0 for 10. Like, he's supposed to be one of their like top guys. Asbert, thank you for the follow. 2018 trolls. XD. Oh my God. Oh my God. So funny. Deep sports ball comment here. Now, I don't know really anything about basketball, but of my little knowledge, I know that I make 3-point shots like the Celtics were making last night. Daddy Lasagna, what's going on? Welcome back. I see you're rocking some, rocking the Space Boy emotes. Very nice. Less than 12 points, so that's like, if they shot less than 20%, not even. They would have had to make 4 3-point throws out of the 37 that they took. I think they were 7 for 39. That's what it was. They were 7 for 39. The Cavs were 9 for 35, I think. So, oh my god. It was just sad to watch. I was like, the Celtics could win this game if they just made a couple shots. They needed to have, what, 2 shots? Like, 2 3-points thrown. Or 2 3-points made to have been in the lead in the fourth quarter. Because they were down by 4. And Brown or Green, whatever guy who had the color last name on the Cavs made like 3 3-point shots. 30 layups and shot 30%, they still would have been in the lead. Yeah, it was just pathetic.
You must cut down the mightiest tree in the forest. Please!
Cooper, thank you for the follow. Big X, Big D. Oh, I got a Big D. Nailed it. Alright, we're only like kind of sort of really far away. No biggie. No big deal. I am a dragon! Look at me, intimidate you. Now, this is gonna be the one where he does his stupid stagger afterwards. Right? There it is. Gotta go? Alright, Brony. Thank you for hanging out. Catch you later. Get wrecked. Get wrecked, but you're literally impossible. Literally impossible. Yeah, I'm just gonna work back from here. So internet trolls are like this now? Yeah, I guess so. Free viewer, yay! Only helping me. That's what I like. Yeah, that's why, I mean, that's literally why I entertain trolls. Contemplating suicide? Cause I'm losing my losing my mind. Wish somebody would tell me I'm fine. Losing my sight, losing my mind. I'm contemplating suicide. Nothing, it's alright. Alright! I don't know why I said it like that. Oh god. Maybe I'm losing my mind now. We didn't forget any bosses, right? Just making sure. I think we got them all. Or infinite? $1.45 million GTA Online? Making bank. Making bank. $13 do it better than most? Yep. Yep, sure you do. Never block somebody on Twitch, but the cat spam has your finger hovering over the button. Please follow. Oh no, he already did enduritize. You're 14, so you win. Damn man, 14 with a supervisor position, working full time. That's pretty impressive. It's pretty impressive. Road to partnership. Hey, let's go. Let's go. Free view. We just we'll just take the troll ride to the top. Easy peasy. User successfully ignored. See, the funny thing is, he came in from a host the other day, or like, he was here the other day, and then somehow made his way back, and now followed. So like, that's what's most impressive to me. Trying to remember what host that came from though. You blame Mikhail. "15, you climbed the corporate ladder to become Miyazaki. Damn, Moo Moo. It's pretty impressive, and I thank you for your work on these games. Also, welcome back." Just blaming Mikhail for no reason. Alright. I'm sorry you have to endure this blame game, Mikhail. It's unfortunate. You don't deserve it. The buff he has? What are you talking about? The crystal homing soul mass? Well, I mean, he's casting Crystal Homing Soul Mass, but he does cast it from his... It's not self-casting. He casts it from the catalyst that he's using. Also gives a blue aura. I don't think the aura is a buff. I think that's just like part of the animation for it. I mean, I could be wrong, but I don't think it's a buff. I think the only self buff he has is from Curved Sword phase, because he has the Pyromancies and uses power within. It's the only thing I can think of. Spelled Rockefeller correctly. Congrats. Doing amazing work. Ugh. So he should backstep pretty quickly in this. Just gonna buff, because why not? There. Oh, no. I was honestly expecting it right there. Good try. You have a Boulder friend? He's a Rockefeller. Can't believe I even laughed at that. Literally cannot believe it! Wait, did I have on the Shield of Want the whole time? Shit. Cosplay ruined. Remove anything from Cinder. Be the instant magic weapon. Yeah, that would be nice. Also, for those of you who asked about the new game cycle,